If you're over 60, let me ask you something important. Have you ever opened your refrigerator and wondered, am I actually storing this food the right way? Most of us think the fridge keeps everything fresh and safe, but here's the truth. Not all foods belong in the refrigerator. In fact, putting certain foods in there can actually spoil their flavor, ruin their texture, or even reduce their nutritional value. And here's the kicker. Some of these foods are probably in your refrigerator right now. Don't worry, you're not alone. Surveys show that more than 70% of Americans store at least one food incorrectly, and most of the time, it's because nobody ever told us the science behind proper food storage. So today, I'm going to walk you through 6 common foods you should never refrigerate, especially if you're over 60 and paying attention to nutrition, taste, and food safety. Some of these may surprise you. Stick around until the end, because the number 1 food on this list is sitting in almost every refrigerator in America, and it may be in yours too. Before we jump in, where are you watching from? Type your city or state in the comments below. I love seeing our senior well-being community from all over the world. And if you enjoy learning practical, science-backed health tips like these, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. It helps this channel reach more people who care about healthy aging, and I love hearing your thoughts. Make sure you stick with me till the end of this video, because when we get to number 2 on this list, it's one almost every household refrigerates, but science shows it could actually be harming your food quality. You won't want to miss it. All right, let's start our countdown. Number 6, garlic and onions. Most people pop them in the fridge without a second thought, but cold temperatures actually make them spoil faster. Here's why. Garlic and onions like air circulation and dry conditions. When you refrigerate them, the moisture makes them soft and moldy much quicker. You might even notice your garlic sprouting those little green shoots. That's a sign the fridge is doing more harm than good. Instead, keep your garlic and onions in a cool, dry spot in your kitchen, maybe a basket or mesh bag. They'll last much longer, and they'll keep their sharp, full flavor. And here's something you may not know. Garlic contains compounds like allicin, which support heart health and may even reduce blood pressure. But once it spoils, those health benefits drop. Quick tip. If you've ever struggled with strong onion smell in your fridge, here's your solution. Stop refrigerating them. You'll save flavor, nutrition, and avoid the stink. Number 5, tomatoes. This one always surprises people. Tomatoes seem like they'd belong in the fridge, right? Wrong. Cold air damages the natural enzymes inside tomatoes. That's why refrigerated tomatoes lose their sweet taste and turn mealy or grainy instead of juicy. In fact, scientists at the University of Florida tested this and found that refrigerating tomatoes reduced the activity of flavor-producing genes. Basically, the fridge steals their taste. And if you're like me, a bland tomato on your sandwich or salad is just disappointing. So, what should you do? Keep tomatoes on the counter, stem side down, at room temperature. They'll ripen naturally and stay flavorful. And here's a bonus. Ripe tomatoes are rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant linked to lower risk of prostate cancer and heart disease. Lycopene levels actually develop more fully when tomatoes ripen on the counter, not in the fridge. So if you want your meals to be full of taste and nutrition, keep your tomatoes out of the cold. Number 4, bread. Now this one is tricky. A lot of people refrigerate bread to make it last longer. But here's the science. Refrigeration causes the starch molecules in bread to crystallize, making it go stale up to 6 times faster than if it were stored at room temperature. That's why bread from the fridge feels dry and crumbly. Instead, keep bread in a bread box or a sealed bag at room temperature if you'll finish it within a few days. If you need to store it longer, freezing is the better option. The freezer stops that staling process, and when you toast or warm it later, it tastes almost fresh. And here's why this matters for seniors. Bread is often a staple food, but as we age, our sense of taste and appetite can change. Stale, unappealing bread may discourage us from eating balanced meals. Keeping bread soft and tasty is about enjoying food and maintaining good nutrition. So, remember, freezer yes, refrigerator no. Number 3. Coffee. If you're a coffee lover, listen closely. Storing ground coffee or coffee beans in the fridge is one of the worst things you can do for flavor. Coffee is like a sponge. It absorbs moisture and odors from everything around it. That means your morning brew could end up tasting like leftover onions or last night's casserole. Not exactly the fresh aroma we're hoping for. What's more, the fridge creates condensation when you take coffee in and out. Moisture damages the oils in coffee beans, which are responsible for that rich flavor and aroma. The best place to store coffee is in an airtight container in a cool, dark cupboard. That keeps it fresh for longer and preserves the natural antioxidants found in coffee, compounds that studies show may support brain health and reduce risk of type 2 diabetes. I see people in the comments from all over the place today. Thank you for being here.
Number 2. Potatoes. Now this one is especially important for older adults. Potatoes might look sturdy, but cold temperatures do something sneaky to them. When you refrigerate potatoes, the starch converts into sugar more quickly. This not only changes the taste, making them oddly sweet, but it also causes them to darken when cooked. Here's the bigger issue. According to the U.S. Food Standards Agency, refrigerating potatoes can increase the formation of acrylamide, a potentially harmful chemical formed when potatoes are fried, baked, or roasted. Acrylamide has been linked to certain cancers in animal studies. While the risk in humans is still being studied, health agencies recommend avoiding unnecessary exposure, especially for seniors who may already be managing health concerns. So where should potatoes go? In a paper bag, in a cool, dark pantry, never in the fridge. That way they stay firm, flavorful, and safe. And now we've reached number 1, the most common mistake almost every household makes. Number 1, bananas. That's right, bananas should never go in the fridge, especially if they're not ripe yet. The cold temperature actually stops the ripening process by interfering with enzymes inside the fruit. Instead of turning yellow and sweet, bananas turn brown and mushy without ever fully ripening. Even ripe bananas don't do well in the refrigerator. The skin turns black quickly and the fruit loses its texture. The best way to keep bananas fresh, leave them on the counter, away from direct sunlight, and separate them from other fruits if possible. That slows down ripening naturally. Why is this important for seniors? Bananas are one of the easiest fruits to eat, rich in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and support heart health. But if they spoil in the fridge, you're more likely to throw them away and miss out on those benefits. So, let's recap quickly. Garlic and onions, tomatoes, bread, coffee, potatoes, and bananas. 6 everyday foods you should never refrigerate. Storing them properly will not only improve their taste and texture, but also help preserve the nutrients your body needs as you age. Now let me ask you this. Did any of these surprise you? Do you already keep some of these out of the fridge, or will you be making changes after watching this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences. And here's something fun. Check your fridge after this video and see if you're storing any of these 6 foods in there. If you find one, move it to the right spot and notice how much longer it lasts. Remember, healthy aging isn't just about what we eat. It's about how we store and prepare it. These small, simple habits can make a big difference in taste, nutrition, and even safety. So if you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Senior Wellbeing, and share it with a friend. The more we spread this knowledge, the healthier and happier our communities will be. Thank you for joining me today. Take care of yourself, enjoy your food the right way, and I'll see you in the next video.